Hello everyone, and this video is going to be a special two-part tutorial all combined in one video. So today I'm going to show you how to install the new version of Ra1nusb. This is just a temporary version with Linux until the current Ra1nusb can be updated. I will mention that if they do update the version to 0.9.8, I will keep you all posted on that. But for now, the point I want to make is the second part will be how to downgrade your Ra1nusb from 0.9.7 all the way to the original iteration of Check Rain, which was released on my exact 24th birthday on November 8th of 2019. So, first part, I'm going to teach you all, and I'll timestamp everything in this video. First part we're going to do is how to get Ra1nusb on your iOS 13.3.1 device. Again, this is going to be the Linux layout, so there's going to be a lot of patience required for this. And I thankfully did take the steps that I needed to run everything. But GitHub has a pretty easy layout, so this link I'll put in the description below. I just want to bookmark it so that way I can find it next time. So they have updated their website. They always seem to update their website lately. Okay, good. So 32-bit devices have been supported. Excellent. Okay, so they do have an easy way to do this. So these are very easy instructions, it looks like. And thank goodness, because, look, I gotta admit, even though I took down some notes on my tablet, it was pretty easy to do it that way. So I'll have to figure out a way to lay out the tablet and get the instructions and just type everything. So I'll figure that out. But yes, I have to enter one more thing on my tablet. I'm just going to type it very quickly so that way, you know, I'll do it after I record this part. That's a good idea. That way I don't get confused. I was going to unlock my tablet, but it doesn't matter now. I'll do it after. So let's get to the tutorial for the first part, and then once again later on I'll show you how to downgrade Ra1nusb. So first things first, how to find out if your computer is a 64-bit or a 32-bit. Well, simple thing we can do, go on your File Explorer, then right click on this PC, then go on to Properties. Now, I have everything zoomed in so that you all don't see all the stuff on my computer, so I'll have it zoomed in with more later on. But if your system type says 32-bit, or in my case, 64-bit, you would download the 64-bit for an example. If you have a 32-bit, not an issue. Okay, so now we have that downloaded. We're now going to open up a program called Rufus. Alright, so here is Rufus. Actually, no, I want to run as administrator just in case. Here we go. Just in case. I don't want to take any chances. So, the example would be you would select the disk image. So, I have everything in the iOS jailbreak file. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the live rain file. Well, this would be it right here. I downloaded it from another thing. So, we have it right here. I didn't extract it, so I recommend to get WinRar for an example. So we won't get the WinRar at the moment, because I thought I did have it extracted. But yeah, download WinRar. Rufus and WinRar links will be in the description below, so that way you have your files. There we go. Also, make sure when you are first installing Ra1nusb, well, this is the most important thing. Make sure that with WinRar, that's what I meant to say because my phone just vibrated. When you have WinRar, make sure that disk image files are not associated with WinRar. Because if you do that, then you're going to have a little bit of a complicated situation. So now, we can go to my iOS jailbreak file. And now, hit start. So I want to quickly mention I'm using a micro SD card. I do not have a USB flash drive available on me right now, of course, because then if I do that, I do not have access to my USB mic and stuff like that at the moment. So what we're going to do right now is make sure that your SD card or USB flash is ready. Then hit start. So more importantly, when this comes up, make sure that you hit OK. Yes, make sure that everything gets deleted. If you do have stuff on the SD card, I recommend backing it up somewhere. But thankfully, I didn't have anything because this was a 2 GB SD card. Because this is the last one I have in my house. I mean, thankfully, it's easy to find micro SD cards for $10 if I do have to resort to that. So now it's going to copy our ISO files. And while it does that, I want to mention that it took a lot of time to figure out how to get this to work, but I was using Balenaetcher, and Balenaetcher didn't work when I tried going into my BIOS options. So please, it is very important that you use this program, because if you don't use this program, then you're going to have a lot of complicated issues. Because I saw the diskette image, I was like, what? How do I have a diskette image? And then I did more research in the past 72 hours since Wednesday trying to make this tutorial. And it's just been a chaotic 72 hours since Wednesday. And that's why I wasn't able to find out about the update for Uncover until today and did that live stream, in case anybody was asking. So now it is ready. That is very good news. So now I'm going to have to get my camera and show you the next steps. Alright, so we're now in the boot options, so make sure that everything is set to UEFI boot. So obviously I have my Linux over here when I did the tutorial for that earlier this week. Windows Boot Manager. So we are going to go now into the SD card. So here we go. So the SD card is currently here, as you can see. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select this option right here. Select the first option. And now the boot RA1n will load. So look at that. That is impressive, seeing this come up. So I got to give the developing team at Check RA1n all the credit, because they've been hard at work since Wednesday with this tool. And that's why I've been busy in the past 72 hours not being able to talk about the developments with the with Uncover. So if you want to see that live stream, I'll card it right now. So this is the next step, void live login. Now this is where my tablet, my trusty Amazon Fire tablet, comes in. So the first thing we're going to do is void live login. So right now we're going to type in the following right here. A-N-O-N. So I'll zoom in so that you can see it. A-N-O-N. Now we're going to hit enter. So now a password option should come up. So now the next step is to enter the following. Void Linux. So let's type it in together. I'll show you me typing it. Okay. VOIDLINUX. Now I'm going to hit enter. Okay, now the next step. is to enter the following prompt: sudo check rain. So think of it as running it as Linux. Think of it like that. So I'll show you the command prompt in just a second. Obviously, I'm not going to do this because I'm staying on 13.3 and prefer to use my current Ra1nusb, which is much easier to use. But this is in case you can't downgrade to 13.3 and want to do this option. This is a good option for you. So right now, you're going to see this come up, and it's going to say, welcome to Check Rain. iPhone 8 Global, iOS 13.3 connected in normal mode. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit start. So right now the device is going to have to be put into DFU mode. So thankfully I made sure to be careful. I put my device in like a non-jailbroken mode. So right now it'll be put into recovery mode at the moment. So there we go. Device is now in recovery mode. So as you can see here, everything is fine. So now all I have to do is just hit start. So again, I want to give a quick note to everybody. Please make sure you do not follow the 4, because the problem with the 4 is that when you do the 4, it won't work properly. I've done this numerous times. So keep that in mind when you do that. So now I'm just going to have to click on start. Click on start. You know what? Let me see what I can do here. I can multitask. You know what? Let me see if I can hit the enter key. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Get rid of that button. 7, 6, 5, 4. Excellent. DFU mode recover enter successfully. So look at that. Oh, careful. Don't want the phone getting unplugged. That would be bad. I thankfully caught it. So, like we did earlier this week with the Linux tool, everything will be working the way it is. So look at that. There it is. So I'll have to use that for the thumbnail to prove the point, I guess. But my tweaks should be coming back in just a second, because I've been jailbroken now for the past month. There you have it. My jellyfish came right up. Okay, if this comes up, just ignore that, hit done. So now we're going to hit quit. So the next step right now is to just hit the shutdown or the restart options. So now what we're going to have to do is I'm going to shut down so that way I can go back to my boot options. So when you're done, type in sudo shutdown -h now shut down, or sudo shutdown -r now restart. So now I'm going to go back to Windows, and we're going to go to our next tutorial for today, and that is showing you how to downgrade Ra1nusb. Alright everyone, welcome to the second part of the tutorial. So I did record earlier a version I'm trying to downgrade from 0.9.7 to the original 0.9. Apparently, it does not work. Apparently, from what I found out, it only goes down to version 0.9.2. So, I don't know how that's humanly possible, but that's what I've just found out. So, thankfully, I have downloaded version 0.9.6, and I have tested it out with that before. So, if you are new to Ra1nusb and you want to start off fresh, Balenaetcher and the other tutorial I did back in January, how to start off anew with Ra1nusb, I will have that in the card right now. So links in the description below. Once again, Rufus, the new version I just showed you all, Balenaetcher, the Check Rain website. And if I didn't say Rufus, I'll say Rufus again. But everything will be in the description below. So you want to go to Check Rain's website. And also Transmac. Don't forget Transmac. You're going to need Transmac for this too. So I'll get the Transmac in just a second. So, downloads. You can find them right here. So I'm going to see if we can get the downloads. See all releases. So for an example, if you want to go to 0.9.6, which that's the version I've downloaded, you can download that. Open up Transmac. If this comes up, restart Transmac. Okay, so I did some experimenting and this doesn't work out. So anyhow, 0.9.7, you have that, delete it. Delete that, right click. I just want to see if I can get out of everything here. There we go. So next step is to open a new disk image. So open up 0.9.6. Now what we're going to do is click on it. Here it is. Now we're going to copy to my desktop. Keep that here. So I got to figure out how to get rid of that folder, because that's going to be a conflict of interest. That's the one I tried earlier and it didn't work out. Clear my recycle bin. There we go. All moving fast, but it all works out. Trust me. So again, right click copy to. I want to put it in my iOS jailbreak file. So there we go. We're going to have 0.9.6. And again, I want to clarify. I want to apologize. I thought we can go back to the original version. Turns out we can only go back to 0.9.2. So that's unfortunate, but hey, the developers are going to have to research that for future reference. Can't blame them on that case. Clear disk images. Go back to our USB, your micro SD card or USB flash drive. Go to applications. Copy here. So now we're going to go to the desktop. Go to iOS jailbreak. Check Ra1n app. Click on copy. And there you have it. 0.9.6 is now officially on your flash drive or your SD card. So the last step I'm going to show you is how to run the 0.9.6 all the way to 0.9.2. So earlier when I was doing the other clip, I was bringing up the development that I got on Twitter at 1 o'clock. It's now 1:21 here on the East Coast. Got an update from Pawn to Own. Successfully installed Cydia on A13, which is the iPhone 11 and above. I will now update my substitution support packet to get tweaks running. So it looks like later today we may have the uncovered tool available for the A12 and A13 devices. So that is excellent news, because I wanted to get that out while my Apple was booting, of course, and thankfully it just booted up. So I was bringing that up earlier in the other clip when I tried downgrading to the original check Ra1n. So let's go to English. So I don't know why this isn't working. There we go. Can you hit enter? There we go. Welcome to Ra1nusb, the usual setup. Okay, so first thing you want to do, move your mouse to the utilities tool. That's the easiest step. And lastly, let's get it to work. So let's type it in. Here we go. Ra1nusb. And look at that, 0.9.6. We have successfully downgraded. Look at that, everyone. So that's going to wrap up this two-part tutorial today. So I hope you all found it very useful. Once again, I do apologize for earlier. You can only downgrade to 0.9.2. I did a little bit of research. Only took about 5 minutes to find out what the problem was. So 0.9.2 to 0.9.6 is supported for this downgrade. Just as long as you use Transmac, you should be fine. Once again, if you have 13.3.1, follow the first tutorial. It's very easy to use. I don't know when Apple's going to close the signing period, so I'm keeping my device on 13.3 no matter what. So Thank you all very much for watching, and until the next one, please take care.